Friday, or it could be Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world. But I am coming on. I said I was going to jump on live this evening because I was on live earlier, and I am keeping my word. And my question for today in this online dating journey, to lie or not to lie? Is it okay to tell a white lie when you are in these dating streets on this online dating journey? And here is why I ask. I have been very transparent, very honest on this dating app. It says in my profile that for my occupation, it says that I am a writer and a producer. So I am doing the Hinge app because my subscribers suggested that app. I had multiple people tell me to get on Hinge, and I had a couple friends that have had success stories from Hinge. One of my friends, she has a daughter now from a man she met on Hinge. Hey, Deanna. And then her friend has a got married from a man she met on Hinge, and then her brother actually got married to him and met his husband on Hinge. So we have quite a few Hinge success stories. Okay, so I got on Hinge, but here is my problem that I've had. So this happened 3 days ago. Here's my issue. I tell people I write and produce because that is the truth. And I understand that it is a unique career. I get it. I totally do. And I don't specify. So when I say write and produce, a lot of people think music, a lot of people think, um, maybe she writes a book or something, and that's great. I don't do music. I am an author, actually. But when they ask me to specify, I actually say yes. And I write for television and film. Therein lies the problem. So one gentleman, I told him that yes, I do work in TV. Yes, I do work in film. And I think that he got intimidated. I have not heard back from him. So, to lie or not to lie, I'm wondering if I should change my profile occupation, maybe, or maybe I should just put author, because when you get into television and film and you tell people that's your job, I don't know. And I guess I am hesitant because I went on a date with a guy before, and we went to this after party after this performance, and I had a friend that's an artist, R&B singer, and she had an after party after the performance. We all went, and some other celebrities attended because they were at the show, and he was very intimidated. And for me, they're just my friends, it's their occupation. So it does not matter to me. To him, he felt like he was sitting around with too many celebrity people, and he had a problem with that. So I'm wondering if, hi Jason, thank you for joining. Hey everybody, thank you for joining this evening. But I am wondering if that is an issue for some men. Yes, occupation. I get it, Griffin. So I'm wondering if that's an issue for some men. If I should just say that, I'm a writer and just stick to just the books to kind of fill the men out first and see how they feel about it. I also had on in the very beginning, this is my 4th week on the Hinge app. So in the very beginning, I did have the one guy that wanted me like just to pick my brain. He said he was interested, but then he had a whole laundry list of questions to ask me about the industry and how can he do this better. And it got to the point he asked me if I would manage him. So yeah, if you pull your punches early. I get you, Griffin. I would agree with that. You'll be the one ended up getting whiplash later, right? So it's been definitely, I am, as this is my first dating app, it has been quite an adventure. I am very grateful that I get to share it with y'all on YouTube, because when I come to y'all, y'all come back as a community with sound advice. I appreciate the support, because the sister don't know what she doing on these dating apps, but it has been really fun. I have met some really great people so far. So we are just broadening our horizons and we are going to keep at it and see where it goes. So it does get to be a little redundant, because it's so hard when you get to a new person and the same questions come up. And I think I talked about this yesterday about online dating fatigue, because it's like, what do you do for a living? You know, what do you like to do for fun? It's the same dating questions. Keep your options open, but don't be afraid to go all in if the cards if the cards are on the table. Yes, Griffin, I am definitely more open now, I think, since starting this journey and keeping my options open. I see it all as just a grand adventure, right? So because I started this journey, I am really at a point and a phase in life where I am open to all of it. I want to see where this road takes me, and I am ready for the journey. So I am amped up for it. And it really has been fun, because I've had really great conversations with people. And part of that, if my thing is that I definitely have trouble meeting new people. It's like when you're an adult, you have trouble meeting new people. You can't just go to school and get on the playground and you're on the monkey bars and it's like, hey, my name's Dee. What's your name? So there's no more of that. And I work from home. Writing is a solitary job. So I'm working from home. I get on Zoom. Everything's digital. The best first date is something neither of you have done before. Okay, that way you can see how the other person acts naturally to adversity. That's a great idea, because I love a challenge, but that is a really great idea. So we have to, maybe I should keep a list and ask people, have you done this? Have you done that? Well, let's try that together. And that will also tell you if they are up for compromise as well. Because a lot of people, Griffin, don't like to get out of their comfort zone. So if they are willing to do that, it will show if they are go with the flow kind of person, and see what their personality is, the true personality. So I agree with that. That's really great advice. Thank you. So that should be fun. So yeah, it has been quite a unique experience. So people have found, I'm like, how are people finding their matches and finding love on these dating apps? But they are doing it. It has happened. So I am going to keep up and definitely take my time. Definitely talk to everybody. I know my daughter has been on me. She's like, don't just eliminate somebody, get to know that person. It's really hard on a dating app too, because all you're seeing is visual. And we know women aren't always the most visual. We know men are more visual, right? So for me, it's hard because you want to ask questions and talk to that person. Let's see, the only comfort zone should be the couch at the end of the day. Right, you are very right. I'm sitting on my couch, one of my couches right now. So I get it. I truly get it. So it is. And then I find that people are, at the end of the day, like you said, we're home. So it's like getting ourselves out of that routine and having to plan something and actually date with intention. So I am working on that too, to not just think of, oh, the weekend, I'm just going to sit back and chill. It's going to be one of those days devoted to making sure I date with intention. So I am learning. I say all the time, I am a work in progress. So I am always willing to learn, willing to take another step, willing to take a new challenge, just like Deanna's page. And listen, I go on Deanna Reese Williams' page. She is a motivator. She is the one that does the challenges to set your goals and intentions. So, y'all, if you want to learn how to set goals, how to make your intentions clear and get through them, please like and subscribe to her page, and she will keep you on track. And she has me, and I do, it is very helpful because I do find myself at the beginning on Sundays when she has her lives to set her goals and intentions for the week. I am now in that mindset, like, let me take my time. Let me think about what I want this week to be like for me. What do I intend to have happen? Do I intend, how much time am I going to put forth working toward finding a date this week and finding people that I match with and finding people that I am interested in. So, as well as my work intentions. So, I find with this, having my goals set and being more intentional has definitely helped. So, Deanna, I got to give you a shout out for that. That is a God's honest truth. So, I am definitely more in that mindset of, okay, today, Dee, you got to do this, this, and this. Even if I don't finish my full list, I know that my intentions are there and it's clear, and then I can set my intention for the next day. And even if I do something, just a little chunk of it, at least I know what I'm working on day to day. Never forget, a goal may not be something you need to accomplish, just something that you strive for. Yes. That is a whole entire word, Griffin. You're going to make me pass an offering plate. Yes, wholeheartedly. That is completely true. I am so glad you brought that point up, because also when you write those goals down, and I don't want people to feel like, they failed if they don't get it done that day. But as long as you know you're working towards something, and just like Griffin said, that you are striving for it, that is the God's honest truth. That is perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is where I am going. So I am constantly striving for what was going on. But, oh, I'm muted. And my back, because I think I had a phone. Somebody was calling me. Can you hear me now? Thumbs up. Oh, let me not do that, because iPhone, to put the thumbs up and thumbs down. Okay, okay. My phone was ringing and somebody was calling. So next time I gotta and I got it on do not disturb. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, it came up. So I don't know why, because I wasn't gonna answer it anyway, even if I wasn't on live. On live. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, so it's gonna be a really good reset for this weekend. I'm gonna go through. I've been having some good conversations. I still feel like, Deanna, I still feel like I need to get like a little spreadsheet for the people that I'm talking to, because I am a person that is detail oriented, right? So I like to wait, is that okay? That was another call, but it stopped. But yeah, I'm detail oriented. So I like, when I say something to somebody, I don't want to forget. And when they tell me things, I want to give them my undivided attention, but I also want to remember as well. Let's see, Griffin says failure is taken however you absorb it, either a harsh lesson or a bountiful experience. Yes. So here's the thing, some of my failures have taught me my greatest lessons. So I never really take it as a failure. I take it as a lesson I needed to learn. And each failure propels you to that next level. So I do. I love your thought process, Griffin. That is excellent. I appreciate that, because I don't look at failures as, the typical, as people say, oh, you failed. I'm like, no, that's just another lesson that's getting me and propelling me to where I know I want to be and where I will be. Yes, a spreadsheet. What topics do you want to capture on your spreadsheet? So my topics are if they have children, their occupation, their likes, dislikes, music taste, just things like that that I can put down their name. And when we have conversations, because those are generally, I try to ask questions that are different. I don't just, oh, what do you like to do for fun? I want to know more of the person. What kind of music do you like? Sometimes I ask questions like, if I were new to this planet, what are 3 to 5 movies that you would tell me to watch? Or what are 2 books that you would tell me to read tomorrow? Things like that, because that way I can see what their thought processes are. I can see what kind of movies, rather than saying, what's your favorite movie or what kind of movies do you like? I ask those type of questions. So then that lets me know, oh, okay, they like those type of movies. That tells me some of their, if it's a comedy, it tells me what kind of sense of humor they have. So I try to word different questions differently than just your run of the mill routine question, because I know I get tired of at being asked just that regular question. So I try to make it, maybe that's just the creative in me because I write, I try to come up with something a little different. And then if this was your last meal, what would it be? And that gives you a sense of their favorite foods. And so things like that, I like to keep note of, and I can bring it back to them and recall and say, okay, I know Bob likes this, and this. And then when we do plan that date, if we get to that date, because sometimes you can tell a lot about a person just in conversation on the app, and if it's somebody you want to continue to talk to or you don't. And so that it can be all stop. But if I get to that point where I want to know more and we're starting to talk on the phone, then yeah, I want a little spreadsheet so I can keep notes. And not that I'm talking to a whole lot of people, but what I do want to do is, like Griffin said, keep my options open. And I don't want to just stop and say, oh, I'm just talking to this one person. I feel like I've done that in past, just in meeting or dating somebody, and you just like, oh, okay, I'll just stop here because it's still too much work to go and keep dating. So I am really in this experience because I don't think I've ever really dated in this particular fashion before. So I want to experience all of it in its totality. So yeah, so that's my thing. I think I'm gonna, yeah, just I'll keep being honest, and that way it weeds out the people. Either they can handle it or they can't. Hey, top dog. Wouldn't the guy get bothered though if you say keeping options open? So I would not. Would I tell them I'm keeping options open? So wouldn't the other person, so aren't we jumping ahead, top dog? Because there's been no exclusivity, or we're just dating, right? Like how many dates do you think, like what are the number of dates to where you think that that person, you're exclusive or so much? Oh, Azaria, you're way too kind, because you could go say that on someone else's page. But thank you for giving me those minutes and stopping on my page to watch tonight. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'm keeping. I don't know that I would ever say to somebody, keeping my options open. I would treat it as that individual. Yeah, you don't know, top dog. I don't know either. So I think I would have to feel that person out. And if there is somebody, if there is that once in a lifetime, that chemistry is there and everything is right there in front of me, then I'm not going to be stupid and be like, oh yeah, I'm still going to date around. But it has to be a mutual understanding. I would definitely want to take my time to get to know that person before making a definitive decision. That's what I'm thinking. So I think that's where I am, top dog. I'm just gonna, yeah, take my time and date, and then we see from there. But like I said, if I come and there's that love at first sight type thing, because I do believe in that. I think anything is possible. I think God can send you anything that He wants that will, you know, I don't know, just make me fall right head over heels right there. What is the definition of dating now? Very good question. That's what I'm trying to learn, Top Dog. Because now after divorce, I've been out of the loop too. So I am divorced and I have been raising my children. So now that my children are grown, now I'm coming back into this dating phase. I have no clue what dating is like. So that I'm listen, that's why I'm coming to y'all on YouTube. Somebody gotta know. Somebody's gotta find out. I don't know. So that's why I'm just taking my time talking to people, moving slowly, because I've been out of the loop as well. And then we just gonna see where it goes. And with the YouTube community, y'all just gonna keep helping me out. And that's how we gonna do. Because I'm gonna keep getting on here, asking y'all for advice. You're gonna see I post every Sunday on my Dear Future Husband series. So you're gonna know my mindset. You're gonna know what I'm looking for. And my hope is that when I do, or when he finds me, that he's able to, come on my YouTube page and just go through and watch and see how I have been talking about him for this whole time, not even knowing that he is him. And it'll be good. Wouldn't that be interesting if you had, you could just turn on your television, go on YouTube and sit and watch this woman that, basically prayed you into existence. So I think that would be pretty cool if I was that person and you could sit, yeah, because I go through a gamut of relationship issues and what I feel that my dear future husband should know about me and the attributes and things that I wish that he will have. So yeah, all of that is wrapped up. So I got you, Top Dog. I'm right there, y'all coming along. So yeah, so Sundays you find out. And sometimes I drop little things different days of the week because I do a writing video. So I still teach about writing on Wednesdays. And then sometimes I'll drop a little bonus video on like a Tuesday or a Friday or something, depending on how my week is going and how busy I am or I am not. That depends on that extra bonus video. But yeah, but then I get on lives when I have time. So I just, finished up doing some work. So I was like, you know what, let me jump on live. It's Friday night before I just sit back and chill. Let me see, let me get some advice from YouTube and see what y'all are saying. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting on here. I will continue to be honest. And if he cannot handle my profession and he cannot handle that I am on television a lot, then that's his problem. It is not a me problem. And that's what we're going to roll with it and go with that. And that lets me know up front, because if he can't handle that aspect, then hunty, we not gonna be together. He will never make it. He won't make it. I won't be able to take him nowhere. So we're gonna keep it like that. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. You would think that it wouldn't, Top Dog, but the one guy I said earlier, the one guy that I told, like, he asked me and I said, yes, I actually work in television and film. I do these shows. If you watch these shows, then yeah, I'm on television a few times a month. And crickets after that. Before, it was consistent contact, and then after he found that out, it was crickets. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, yeah, maybe now if you're working at a club or something, different story. Right, right. If I was wrapped around the pole, right, we'd be, then it would be something, right? Exactly. Next. You're exactly right. So I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's, all right, a little intimidated by that. Oh, well, I'm not going to change my job. I love it. No, sorry. It's too much fun. It is what I have been building myself and building my career up all these years. So if you, for you, no, I don't even know you, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you. So yeah, so we're going to go. So this is a new week. I have some new messages that I saw in my inbox. Oh, thank you, Top Dog. It is an accomplishment. I have been hard to get into media. It is hard. So I started out writing books. Well, I still write books, but that's how I got my start. I self-published a book, and then that led into doing some stage plays I did. After the stage plays, that's when I started working in television it's been 10 years, 2015. And I started writing for crime docuseries. And then somebody got sick, and they were in Maryland. I live in Maryland, and they couldn't appear. It was one of those things in media, entertainment, time is money. So if you're already booked and you have your crew, you better be filming something, or else you're going to lose that day and you're going to lose money. So their journalist, and I have a journalist background, their journalist and a writing background, of course, got sick and could not do this show. So the job called me. It was the show that I was already working on as a writer. So I knew the episode, I knew the case, the criminal case, I knew every facet of that case. And the showrunner called and was like, "You live in Maryland?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How far are you from downtown Baltimore?" And I was like, "Do you need me in downtown Baltimore? I can drive." And they were like, "Can you get there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but what am I doing?" And they were like, "Can you appear on TV? Like, are you afraid to go on TV?" And I'm like, "Afraid to go on TV? I have an acting background. I write, I am in entertainment." So I went on, knew the case, killed the show. And ever since then, when they need a journalist for their episodes, if it's somewhere along the East Coast, if it's between like Virginia to New York, then yeah, I'll go and I'll like take the train. They'll send for me on the train. I'll take the train up to New York and do an episode. So I've been doing that, yeah, for 10 years. So I don't write for those shows anymore because I've been working on my own projects, but I still come on when they need a journalist. So I still have friends at the company that, yeah, when they need somebody and they're short for the case, you need a comedian for any shows. Hey, Dustin. So I have colleagues that actually cast comedians in their movies often. So yeah, sometimes if there's a role, a lot of times a comedian is a good person to put in a certain role just because they know comedic timing and just depending on the certain role. So yeah, I have a colleague that's doing a mob movie, and the mobsters it's all comedy. So yeah, how do I get in contact with them? So I will in this live, Dustin, I will put my email, I'll put my company email. Yeah, and then if you have headshots or resume, I will send it. So I'll put it in the description. When we finish, I'll add an email to the description and just send your headshot and resume, and I'll forward it over. So yeah, that's no problem. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always willing to help. So especially if somebody is interested in acting and stuff, because that's what we do. So I cast my own stuff. So that's what I'm working on my project now. And it's just that one is a struggle because we had the fires in LA. So right at the point of everything happening, the fires broke out in LA. Hollywood was put on hold. So really the studios are just getting back to work. So now I've got to go start from scratch and get back in where I fit in. Y'all, it has been, this Hollywood game is not for the faint of heart. It is not. It is a serious thing. But that's okay because I'm always up for a challenge. And God wouldn't have brought me this far to leave me now. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But otherwise, I'm so happy, and so this uplifted my mood for my Friday night because I was struggling at the end of this week, y'all. I am not going to lie. Working at me, do you think this YouTube thing is hard? So actually, the only thing really, top dog, I don't mind being in front of the camera because it's what I do. It's what I do. So I don't have that issue. The only thing I don't like doing is editing. I just don't, it's the editing. And I have friends that edit. I just, but I'm not going to, they work. So I'm not going to just, go to them and be like, hey, can you edit for me? Yes, I do use CapCut, Top Dog. CapCut is easy. It is easy for me once I learned it. It's very user friendly. I agree with that. I still don't like to do it. I can create, I can make script. I'll sit in front of a camera all day long. I'll sit, this is not even my TV voice. I have my journalist voice when on TV because I have a little bit of a Southern accent. And yeah, I can't really do that on TV. So I have to have, journalist Dee LaSure is a whole different ball game. So if y'all ever watch shows on like Snapped or trying to think of my other shows, For My Man, TV1 shows Fatal Attraction, For My Man, traffic, yes, yes. Yep, traffic reports, all of those. When you have to have that TV voice, you have to be on and you have to hit those cues. And for me, working in crime, I can't be pep. You can't go in and be happy because you're talking about somebody's life that ended, right? So it's a certain knack to it to deliver all that information. So yeah, it's been, but I love YouTube. I didn't think that I would enjoy YouTube as much as I do. I think for me, it's a different type of creative outlet. So when things get heavy that I'm working on, I can turn to YouTube and still have that same creativity, but just in a different way. And then I get to connect with people, which is, yeah. So no, I'm from Detroit, Destin, but I'm actually in Maryland. So yeah, I'm in Maryland. So a little ways like in between Baltimore, DC area. So yeah, yeah, Deanna, yeah, go Lions, right? Go Lions. Yeah, they did really good this season though. So I can't even say they got really far. But yeah, YouTube has been a different type of animal, and it's one that I have enjoyed. So I just started YouTube in October, same as Deanna, and I only got on YouTube because I was on set one day and all of us were talking about YouTube, and none of us had YouTube channel. Like we had a channel, but none of us posted on YouTube, and we all work in television. So we all looked stupid. We were like, how come we are not on YouTube and we're the ones that work in TV? Oh, you from Grand Rapids? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of going down to visit North Carolina. I drove through there, but I never stayed. But I have been thinking because I want to leave. I'm going to move from Maryland in a year, next year. So I'm looking for somewhere else to go. If the Batman mask only video you watched, that was just me being funny. Okay, more serious. All right, I got you, Top Dog. I see you. You and your dog too. And your dog is adorable. Yeah, North Carolina. I think my son is moving to North Carolina. So that would be incentive. Either North Carolina, South, like the Carolinas or that whole Outer Banks area. I really think I was in South Carolina. It is beautiful. Relocating to Wilmington. Okay. I definitely want to check it out. I want to go through the Raleigh area, Wilmington, like all of that just to see, because I am ready for a change. So change is good. And that's when, yeah, I have a year. So that's when next year my daughter graduates. So once she graduates, we are free and in the wind, and we will be gone. I think my Maryland era is going to be over. I don't think this is a place, I don't want to be buried here. So Charlotte, yeah. Oh, you go every summer to South Carolina, to Columbia. I hear that's a nice area. That's Savannah. I want to go and really spend time. I used to spend time in Savannah as a little girl. My grandmother is from Savannah and my grandfather was from Macon. So I want to go to Savannah and see how it is because I really feel like that's pulling me toward that area as well, and seeing if, I would enjoy it down there. So yeah, plus I don't think I want to be in this snow no more, man. We had so much snow in Maryland this year. That's why I don't live in Detroit no more. It's too cold and the snow. And now living here in Maryland, it's just like being in Detroit. Like, why am I shoveling? That's why I need a husband, y'all. Why am I shoveling? You stay in Texas. Yeah, but that heat, see, I don't know if I want to have that much heat though. Texas is, yeah. I don't know if I want to be roasting. I've actually never been to Texas. It's not that bad. I imagine. So I hear a lot of great things about Texas. I just don't know how I feel that, I could be driving for 24 hours and still be in the state of Texas. So so that's my only Austin. I hear Austin is beautiful. I hear the music scene, that arts scene in Austin. I hear that people love it. So I'm definitely an artsy person. So that creative side, the musicians, the artists, all of that, I am here for it. Yeah, girl, Phoenix, Deanna, I don't know how that's, yeah, y'all, 100, anything, days of over 100, that's ridiculous to me. Somebody can say, oh, it's 110 today. Why? 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 I nope. It's like a walk in the park in the summer. I bet. I bet. Oh my gosh. Like why? When you have somewhere called Death Valley, who wants to live in Death Valley? Like it don't 120 D by. Get off. Those are cooking temperatures. No, thank you indeed. I know 120. Why? That like 98.6 is your internal body temperature. Like why? That no, no, no. So avoid Phoenix in the summer, girl. I no. I want somewhere that's just a nice. Where is it like 78 degrees all year long? That's where I want, where it's not too hot. It's not, maybe even like an 82 and a little breeze. Like where is that? In Cali, Top Dog, it is too expensive. My son lives in California right now and he is like, "Ma, I am moving. It is too." He's like, "I am tired of these prices." So them Cali prices, we not doing it. 105 at 11 p.m. What? Ah, that's where he lives, D, San Diego. My baby's in San Diego, and he is not having it. The gas prices, food, like all of that. And he's like, he said the women out here, he said everything is materialistic. No, thank you. So he looking for a Southern woman like his mama. Yeah, Top Dog, he is in the military. He's 24. Well, he'll be 24 this year. Uh-huh. So, yep. I know the way he loves it there. He loves it because he has a motorcycle, so he rides constantly. Yep. He loves the area. He loves the weather, but he's not buying a house there. So I think if he comes back to Carolinas or somewhere on this East Coast, he'll buy a house. So I'm excited for it. Whatever his next phase is, I'm here for it. Um, no, he lives in California. Oh, your cousin lives in Hawaii. Oh man, just everything. I had a friend that lived in Hawaii and getting and ordering stuff. It's high. It's expensive because you got to ship it. Everything's imported. That's a lot of water. I don't know about Hawaii at all. I visit, but I don't think I could live there. I don't think so. But yeah. Lord, y'all, it's about to be 8:30 here. I gotta watch, listen, I gotta watch the last episode of Paradise because the season finale came out Wednesday and I have been waiting. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna put my pajamas on and sit here and watch Paradise. I'm gonna get my shower and sit here. Oh, Top Dog, thank you. You have a fun weekend and your wife and your dog too. Hug your dog because your dog is cute. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But thank y'all for hanging out with me Friday night. I appreciate it. and I'm gonna kick back. So, you know, Sterling K. Brown is my baby daddy. So I know he married, I know he got kids, but he gonna be my baby daddy when I'm watching him on the show, okay? Because yeah, I don't care. That's what we gonna do tonight. You going live? Yes, I'll be on at 8. Okay, that's 10 o'clock for me. All right, Deanna, I will be on your live. You know how we do, girl. I'll be sitting here. So, because the show is only 50 minutes. So by that time, yeah, it'll be right time for you to get on live. So we good. All right. Thank y'all so much. Happy weekend to you. Enjoy your day. But whatever you do, please don't forget to let the day enjoy you on purpose. I will see y'all next time. Bye. Have a good weekend.